Hello guys, welcome back to Sit on Sports, and today we are going to be talking about the Manchester United versus Watford game on the 30th of March, and of course with that comes the announcement that Solskjaer is our permanent manager on a 3-year deal. Of course this was our first game. Of course I'll be talking about the appointment right now. Basically it was during the international break. I wasn't really thinking about, of course, Man United. I was thinking about England more. So if you haven't checked out my England video, I really appreciate if you check that out. That was my previous upload. Cheeky plug, can't stop myself. But yeah, so when I got the announcement, I completely forgot that yes, they still had to announce. They still had to announce that Ole had the job. I thought it was a given, to be honest. I think many people thought it was a given. Of course, there are some people who are hesitant and been like, after these 2 losses to Arsenal and Wolves, which I've talked about in other videos. Once again, bloody hell, I really are trying to plug as much as I can, but yeah, I don't want to dwell on stuff, and of course it's already been said on previous videos, so I don't want to repeat myself. But yeah, so after those 2 losses, of course there could be some hesitation should Solskjaer get a job, but I think this was great timing looking back on it. It shows that the board has confidence in him. It can rally everyone behind and just stop the constant pressuring of like, oh, who's it going to be, who's the manager. Just clear the uncertainty and just instill more calmness and more, just less calamity around the club as there once was with Jose Mourinho. And not just Jose Mourinho, but also of course some of the decisions the board has made in regards to not just management but also transfers. Alexis Sanchez. Of course, the wage structure needs rethinking. Not just the wage structure, the way in how we buy players, and it's great to see that Solskjaer. It's great that he's already given hints in his press conference that he will aim to get. He knows what he wants and he wants it done as swiftly, as quickly as possible before pre-season. Of course, now he has a pre-season to work with. Some of the players who might be iffy about their contracts know full-on fact who is their manager for next season if they are to stay. So hopefully De Gea signs a contract, hopefully other players do so as well. Maybe even Pogba was eyeing up a Real Madrid move, but I think that's bollocks, to be honest. Yeah, the other players just want to know. Of course, you could say that they could have said this behind closed doors, but nah, there's no point doing it. You might as well just have it out in the open for everyone to see anyway. And yeah, for me, this is the right appointment. You could say it's risky, but we've gone safe before. We've gone safe choices in terms of Louis van Gaal and Mourinho, which were seen as safe before, but not anymore. And we just have to, at this point, we have to go for something. We have to go for a bit of a gamble, and if we're going to go for a gamble, you got to go with someone who knows the club, who knows what it's like. As they said in their statement, the club statement, that he knows the culture of the club. He just knows the small things, what to say, how players should dress coming to away games. They're wearing suits now, but also giving that players the confidence to express themselves and just play football, play the attacking football that we all want to see and what these players are built for. But of course, there is room for improvement, and hopefully those transfer targets will be done. And of course, I've got thoughts on that. Everyone's got thoughts on transfers and all that. I'll probably do another video focusing on that. But yeah, Solskjaer, 3-year deal doesn't really mean much in terms of how many years. That's just like, you know what I mean? At this point, contracts don't mean anything for managers. It's like, if you do the job, you keep the job. You know what I mean? It's ruthless these days. It really is. But hopefully, we don't have to resort to that, and hopefully the board fixes up and just learn to communicate more with the manager. I think the manager was trying to Solskjaer was trying to reassure people that they are communicating right now. But of course, it's going to be interesting to see in the long term how he deals with the pressure. Of course, it's going to be interesting to see how he becomes. This is caretaker manager is one thing, but being a full-on manager with all the pressure is there. It's different. It really is. But I think Solskjaer's going to rise to the occasion, unlike some people. But Ed Woodward needs to back him. You can't just rely on Solskjaer. Oh, he's a yes man. He's going to do what we say. No, we have to communicate. Maybe Ed Woodward steps aside and brings a director of football in. I really hope they do. I really, really hope so. But if not, Ed Woodward has to just know when to not rein it in and just let Solskjaer's decisions count. Because we know tactically he's astute. He's good We've seen it before. That's why he's got the job in the first place. He knows how to manage players. He knows how to bring out the best performances. Even when they're not playing well, as we saw today against Watford, they can still get the results and catch up and get top 4 places. Fortunately, we lost the FA Cup, but of course here we bounced back against a good Watford side. And now we're going to talk about the actual match. Yes, Watford played fantastically. I think they deserved that one goal they got by the end. I think it was Decore. I think they've got great players. I've rated Watford for a couple of years now. They've got great players. Pereira, Decore, Deulofeu, who came from Barcelona. He's really stepping it up now. And they got a good manager. I think when they had Marco Silva, they were really dangerous. They got rid of him, but they got another good manager in. That's the problem. Watford keep on sacking their managers. I think if they have a long-term manager, I think they could really challenge for top 6, in my opinion. Of course, with the right backing, of course. But you see, their first team was actually alright, really decent. So I was hesitant, especially after our previous crap performances. But I thought the break would give us time to, you know what I mean, just train a bit more, get sharper, get fitter. But the first 25 minutes, the first half an hour, we didn't look that at all, to be honest. Players like Matic, Herrera, they were kind of just going through the motions, silly mistakes. Smalling and Jones look rattled. Not just them, Young also, but they, as the game progressed, they did well. But of course, that again, with that and Southgate never plays Smalling and Jones, and they play for our club, so that says all you need to know about. I think I've said this before, but they're not top quality defenders. But of course, you can play them in this game, and as long as they just keep holding the line, just about. Yeah, I think we can get the goals we need, and that is exactly what we did. Watford, they kept on flooding in, but we hold our nerve and we get the goals out. We take our chances, and I think as the game started, it was literally like, this is how we're going to win, and that's exactly how we did win. So it's one thing thinking how we're going to win. Next thing, Solskjaer actually putting that, not just Solskjaer, but of course the players stepping up and just being ruthless, even when they're not really playing the best that they can be. But one player who really stood out, of course, was Luke Shaw. Of course, he's absolute class. I think that pass to Rashford just came out of nowhere. Almost, I thought that was Pogba. I thought that was Pogba doing the pass, because I didn't actually see the assist fully, but the player who passed it, I was like, that looked like a Pogba pass. It must have been a Pogba assist. No, it was Luke Shaw. Came from left side, diagonal into Rashford's channel, and really calm, cool, collected, once again finished by Marcus Rashford. Solskjaer's really doing a number on him. He's just getting that striker's instinct. It's good to see him playing on the striker left wing. Allow that. Save that for Martial. Save that for Lukaku even. But yeah, Martial was playing as well. I think Martial was great today as well. He was the trickery with his foot, always trying to look to stretch the defence or even come inside, but just always being that unpredictable nature. And he deserved that goal. Second goal he got, even though it was kind of a fluky goal and it could have been offside, but no, VAR, so we'll take it. But I think the one weakness in this the one weakness in this game, I think it's been talked about in previous games as well by commentators, saying his inability to track back. So Mourinho, he kind of instilled in him the defensive mindset. I think I've said this before in the previous video, but he was still getting the goals. So Martial, of course, is world class in my opinion. It has potential to be world class. But yeah, he gave the right backs and left backs, his side. So I'm shooting the full backs chance to stretch our defence. But of course, it wasn't just him. It was our sloppiness in midfield as well. I think Herrera, he plays much better when it's just Matic, Herrera, Pogba. I think that is it. Once it plays differently, it can either be one or the other. It can either be really good or really a bit sloppy, really sloppy. I think when it's Herrera, Matic, Pogba, just them three-man midfield. I think was it a three-man midfield today? I think it was. No, I don't think it was. I don't think it was really. I think it was more of a diagonal thing with Matic and Herrera acting both as CDM and centre mid. Whereas Mata is trying to come in as well, so it's like that really disrupted everything. But Mata. Yeah, exactly. Matt didn't really do anything in my opinion. Maybe he did, maybe I missed something. Let me know your thoughts down below. Of course, my opinions, these are just opinions nonetheless. So yeah, maybe I'm trying to give excuses for Herrera because I love the guy so much. I think he's been brilliant, so he's just a bit off it today. Match as well. But yeah, of course the midfield didn't help, Martial didn't help, but of course Young's, he's getting old now. We need to replace him in the transfer window. But he still made some good tackles, made some good slide tackles. Of course, he's experienced; he can do that. But yeah, Watford's wingers were just really stretching us and passing it inside. If they had that ruthlessness of a top 6 side, they would have obviously scored first, and then we would have been in trouble. But luckily they didn't, and luckily our defenders hold firm, just about once again. But of course, I think as we had injuries, so we couldn't play Lindelof and Boy, unfortunately. Smalling's always good in the air. Jones is always there last minute against small teams to just carry out a danger. So yeah, we've got the first goal. We looked much more better. We looked much more confident. And yeah, we've got the second goal in the second half. But once again, I expected us as a team to improve as a whole in the second half. But the second half, it really was Watford again, flooding our defences. So that's not really good to see. The performance wasn't there. But of course today, it was all about the points. Sometimes when you're going through a bad patch like we did in the past 2 games, you just want to get back to winning ways. And yeah, we got that. Hopefully this can be the springboard for the rest of the season. Of course, Solskjaer's now manager. Of course, Solskjaer was announced as new manager, so I expected to be immediate impact, be players ready to make an impression. But it was really lethargic at the start. Well, mostly throughout this game, but we got the job done for them. Got the job done, and so hopefully this can be the springboard for the rest of the season. Just as the announcement of Solskjaer being the manager should be acting as a springboard as well, and showing that we got a short-term but also a long-term plan, and that's something we quite lacked in recent years at Manchester United since Alex Ferguson left. How much time have I spent? 11 minutes. Anything else to say? Of course, Rashford, he came back from injury, so maybe that explains why. No, he was good today. Considering he came back from injury, he wasn't too shabby. He got that goal, but apart from that, he really didn't do much. But when you get a striker, when you get your chance, you score, even if you're not really doing anything much else. Your job is to score. That is the main job. So yeah, maybe today it shows that our midfield maybe does need an extra centre mid. But of course, Watford was struggling there themselves with I think at the start with their attacking formation. They didn't like, sometimes teams resort back to a more defensive banner. But of course, Watford they went for their previous formation. They were willing to take us on, and that's why that's one of the reasons I like Watford so much. But yeah, they certainly did that. So props to them. They got that goal. To be fair, there was nothing really we could have done. That was just a really cool 1-2, really good dummy in the box, and yeah, they deserved it by the end. But of course, that gave us a bit of uncertainty by the end, and we were fouling people on the box and everything. So it's all about the nerve. So Watford, you never know, in the Premier League they could have scored that equaliser. But of course, I think instead of going for goal in the free kick of the last minute free kick, he doesn't go for goal. I don't know who it was, I forgot. But instead of going for goal, he tries to pass it or something, and it just doesn't go right. So I think if I was him, he would have tried a free kick and scored, because James Ward-Prowse did that a couple of weeks ago and scored. So yeah, but luckily he didn't. For my sake, my heart. If we dropped 2 points, it would have been just a bit dead, wouldn't it? It would just really bring back the clouds. Not in its entirety, but just try and remind. We want to remind people of the happiness Old Trafford brings, not the dullness it can bring, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we got 3 points. Sometimes that's all you need. Top 4 now. We'll see how Chelsea do. We'll see how Arsenal do. I don't think Chelsea can catch up unless we drop points. I think they're 4 points behind them or something. But of course, Arsenal are 1 point behind us. So yeah, they could go. It's going to be really tight till now and the end of the season. But yeah, I'll be covering it. You'll be covering it. It's just going to be that, innit? It's going to be sick. It's going to be lit. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, share if you've lasted this video. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate always the support. Check out my other channel, Noob Nerd, where I talk about comics, TV, movies, if you like that sort of thing. And yeah, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey,